What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the show recap with Mo, where we're getting ready to get into a little bit of a discussion of Tyler Perry's Sistas, all right? But before we get into this thing, make sure to like and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss shit and that's going down, all right? So let's get into this thing. So what we're going to talk about a little bit very quickly is about episode number 13 titled Truth Is. And there's a scene on this episode where you have Aaron and Karen. Now, Karen had invited Aaron over to her crib to, pretty much let him know that he is not the father of this child. And for some odd reason, Aaron thought that he was the child because he read 50% of the document, which is asinine to me because I'm thinking in my head, like, what man would do that if you honestly want to know if you're the father's child or not? So I'm still questioning that as well, because if I'm just saying 99.9%, I'm going to look at the rest of it to see what's the follow through. Like, am I or am I not? Like, that was just odd and strange to me. And maybe it's just Tyler Perry, man. I'm not sure. But anyhow, the conversation that I wanted to get into was the fact that Karen had conveyed to Aaron that she was going to take care of this baby by herself. Now, that's crazy to me because you have a man here that is willing to take you and all of your flaws. Regardless if he's the baby's father or not, he's telling you that I love you and only you, and I love the baby as well because I love you, and you're not willing to accept him because you got this infatuation or this love or this delusional love for Zach. Now I get it, you're so much in love with Zach, and that's the man that you want to be the father of your baby. It's still, the jury is still out on that. Like, we don't know for sure. You see what I'm saying? Now, she could say we're doing it by process of elimination. Yeah, but we don't know who. Like, I'm with Andy. Like, are you sure? And I don't want to sound like she just getting down with everybody because I don't feel like that's the case. So let me go ahead and clear that up. I don't think Karen is out here getting down with everybody. But damn it, at the same time, she already conveyed to her friends that, look, it could be the baby. I'm stressed over Zach and all this stuff. She don't know what she got going down. You see what I'm saying? And she might just had that itch one night and called Rico up. I'm not sure. You see what I'm saying? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But at the same time, I just thought it was odd for a woman to just simply state to a man that's pleading for her love that I'm simply going to raise this child alone. Has she just given up the fact that if it's not Zach, then it's nobody? But why would you want to raise a child in that context when you got somebody that wants to love you as well as your child? And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to be real candid. There's not a lot of men out there that are willing to love you and your child as their own. Like, let's keep it a buck. All right? I'm going to keep it 100 on this platform. For Aaron, I don't always like Aaron. I don't like his character because I feel like he's a little soft sometimes when he needs to man up. I also don't like when he's always following behind Karen like a little puppy dog or whatnot when you're supposed to be a leader and not a follower. So those are some of the things that I dislike about Aaron. It is what it is. But, at the same time, I'm looking at Aaron on this episode where he feels deflated. And when he was able to see it for himself, 99.9% not the father. Now, of course, that question mark is still on that document because I don't know where it came from. All right, I'm going to leave it there. But at the same time, to see his expression change from a smile to a frown, it was saddening. I'm going to be real as a man. I felt bad for him. And I'm going to tell y'all something else. At the end of the scene where Karen is getting ready to let Aaron out, you could tell that she didn't want to let him go either. So I'm thinking right here and now that, if it's not Zach, then it's nothing. And that's a sad situation to be in, for real, y'all. Like, you got a whole man here that is willing to give you the world. And instead of taking this man that is willing to give you the world, which is a good man for you because you've already told all your girlfriends. This is the thing for me about Karen. You've already conveyed this to your girls. Like, this is a man that I'm willing to build a relationship with after Zach. But because now, due to this pregnancy, due to the question mark about this pregnancy, due to the fact that it's with the man potentially that you really want to be with, you just can't go forward with Aaron? That's crazy to me, y'all. Maybe y'all can help me understand it down in the comments down below. Give me your thoughts about it. But I just thought that that was a very intriguing conversation to have on this platform, because not oftentimes do you see men, real men, stand up and say, I'm going to love you, and not just you, but I'm going to love your children, even if they're not mine. And see, this is the biggest part of it for me, because when I was growing up, my dad always used to tell us, and he got it from my grandfather, who would always tell us the same thing. Do not lay down with a woman that you cannot foresee yourself marrying or having children with. And I honestly believe that the game would change for us as men and women if we were to honestly sit down and just think about, okay, I'm about to perform this act, but with this act, something else could possibly come from it. It's a 50-50 chance, regardless if it's protected or not. There's still a possibility of me producing a child out of this situation. And is this a woman that I can foresee myself dealing with for the rest of my life, regardless if we're together or not? I have to deal with this woman because she has my child. You see what I'm saying? This is a big situation. And the woman at the end of the episode, the nosy neighbor, was giving her own little, how she felt about the situation. Definitely when it came to Fatima being the supposed wife of Zach. That's what he put out there in the atmosphere, y'all. So anyhow, she was like, well, how do you deal with this? Like, you dealing with a man that made the decision to lay down with this woman. And see, that's exactly what I was talking about. If we would think logically about the situation and take our emotions out of it, if Zach would have thought about it instead of trying to get that quick one in, this could have possibly been a whole different scenario. But due to the fact that Zach allowed the little man to think for the big man, he ended up in this situation. And then we can directly tie this back to Karen as well, who we were talking about in the beginning of this video. When Zach and Karen got it on in the salon, when Pam was outside of the door and shit, like, that was all built off of emotions, when he should have thought about it like, no, I'm good. I got a girl over here. We trying to build something over here. No, this ain't going to be a good situation. And unfortunately, it is what it is at this point. Fatima's just going to have to deal with it. But I can also guarantee you that she ain't enjoying it either. Don't no woman want to go back and forth with another woman about their husband or their fiance's children and back. That's too messy. And it causes a lot of drama within the relationships, man. So anyhow, I'm going to leave it on that note. I've said enough, man. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. Please hit the thumbs up down below. Also, if you have yet to subscribe to this channel, make sure to do that as well. Until next time, talk to y'all soon. Peace.